Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and today we're doing Frugal Living Challenge 25. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's Christmas Day, and I'm in my kitchen baking cookies again. So today I am making commodity cookies, government cookies. They are commodity peanut butter cookies, or they're also called welfare cookies that my kids grew up eating because we received commodities when they were little and I was a single parent. And peanut butter was a great big container, you know, white container with bold letters on it, or a silver container with bold letters on it saying peanut butter. And on the back of every can, they had the peanut butter cookie recipe. So we're going to get in the kitchen and we're going to make some commodity peanut butter cookies for Christmas because that's what my kids ate for Christmas each year. So this recipe calls for 2.5 cups of AP flour, that's all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of soft peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar, and 2 eggs. Now, if you don't have brown sugar on hand, you can mix in a tablespoon of molasses to each cup of sugar that you have, which is what I did here. If you want a dark sugar, add 2 tablespoons. But there is my brown sugar. For this recipe, you will mix flour, salt, and baking soda. Set it aside. Mix your butter, your sugars, add your eggs, and mix well. Stir in the flour mixture into the peanut butter. Drop dough from a teaspoon onto a baking sheet. Flatten with a fork, and I used a little bit of powder or a little bit of sugar to do that with. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes until lightly brown. And these are so delicious. Y'all, I wrote the recipe down. I don't even remember where I found it at, but I was craving these peanut butter cookies, so I went online and looked for commodity cookies or welfare cookies. All right, I have pre-measured my all-purpose flour and my baking soda and my salt. So I'm just going to get these whisked together with a fork. Okay, I'm going to put my sugars and my butter into my mixing bowl. We're going to cream these together, and then we're going to add our eggs and peanut butter. Now I'm going to slowly mix in my flour, salt, and baking soda mixture. My cookie sheet here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll move my camera back a little bit. So I've lined my cookie sheet, but you don't have to line it because of the butter and fat content of these cookies. And I'm just going to take this out of here and drop by heaping teaspoons, so about a tablespoon each. Um, you can make them big or small. You want to leave a little space between them in case they spread. And you can refrigerate the dough and use it later on. So I'm going to go ahead and get all my cookies lined on my cookie sheet, and then we're going to dip our fork into some powdered sugar and make the crisscross pattern that we know for butter cookies or peanut butter cookies. And that one looks a little big, so I'm going to take some of that off. All right. Now, I probably could put a couple more on here, but I'm not going to. So you got a couple of tablespoons of sugar, and I always dip my fork tongs in that because it's going to stick to your cookie. And then you slide it out, and you do a crisscross pattern. This brings back so many memories of my girls when they were little. And to me, the commodity cookies had the best peanut butter flavor. I think it was because of the peanut butter was all natural. That was in those jars. The one thing that the government did right was adding those recipes to the commodities. Today's commodities don't have the same ingredients, unfortunately. So we have our cookies ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to make sure that I've got them on my cookie sheet the right way. I'm going to give you an overhead of them, and then we're going to put them in the oven. And into my oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Yummy commodity peanut butter cookies. Oh my goodness, look at that. They smell so heavenly, folks. Commodity peanut butter cookies. Yum, yum. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.